The idea for this book came about through space missions that I've participated in over the years. One of the very early ones, which was the first spacecraft to go into orbit around Venus. The first spacecraft from the West, that is. The Russians had done it already. And so it was the first artificial satellite of Venus, and we were studying Venus's atmosphere and climate. And then just recently, I've been working with the European Space Agency on a mission called Venus Express, which is rather similar, but obviously 30 years later it's much more modern with much more powerful instruments and so on. So we've been able to follow up on the same problems of understanding Venus. So I'm just full of excitement about what we've been able to find out, and it seemed like a nice idea to write it up in a book for people that are interested in what we do. The issues in writing the book are, I guess, common to most books, which is that you've got to get your material together and organize it. That's what I always find to be the hardest part. Once I know exactly what I'm going to try and say and in what order, then it's pretty easy. You just do it. And in this case, it wasn't so difficult because, as I said earlier, I've been working on Venus via space missions with NASA and ESA. My previous book was called The Scientific Exploration of Mars, and they're actually quite similar in some ways because in between the two Venus missions I've been talking about, I participated in 3 NASA missions to Mars. As a result of doing that, we had quite a lot of excitement. The first mission failed, the second one crashed. So we actually put the first British hardware on the surface of Mars, although we didn't really mean to. And then the third one worked, and it's still working, and we've got a lot of new understanding about Mars, in particular the atmosphere and climate, which is my speciality. So I was really happy to write that book, and a lot of people have said they liked it. And because I've also had a lot of experience and interest in Venus, which is the other member of the triad of terrestrial Earth-like planets, with the Earth in the middle, Venus on the inside and Mars on the outside, it seemed very appropriate to add a book about Venus.